Good afternoon and welcome to day 43, July the 9th, 2024. Our This is day 43 of our second annual WSOP Daily Spaces coverage. I'm Sherry Pluskota and joining me is Donna Morton, otherwise known as Dark Angel, as my co-host. Hey Donna.
Hey Sherry, how's it going?
It's going well, thank you. Um, a couple of things. First, many thanks to Elevator Results, who's been our sponsor since day one. If you need a tailor made workout plan to help you lose weight or gain weight, Elevator Results can design that plan. Follow them on Twitter and check out their webpage at elevatorresultspt.com. Please be reminded you can find the recordings of our past spaces on my YouTube channel at Sherry Pluskota 9212. Please subscribe. Um, I'm coming to you from the parking lot of my nail salon, and in a few moments, I am going to hit the road to head back home and leave you in the most capable hands of Donna Morton. And hopefully, Brian will be joining us shortly. I have not gotten any messages to the contrary from him. So a few winners around town. Over at the Wynn, Paul Leckie won the July 6th $1,100 tournament for $89,000. Also at the Wynn, PLO winner Zen K, I think is how you say, or Ka. He took down the Turbo tournament, PLO tournament, for $41,000. Over at the Aria, event number 38 was a $800 PLO tournament, and Yuri Riviera took it down and took home $23,000. Over at the Venetian, deep stack number 52 was an $1,100 ultimate stack, and Chensu Lai took home the trophy and $55,000. Ninth place was Carter McMahon in the $1,100 bounty for 5K. In sixth place of the $1,100 bounty was Glenn LaFay for 12K. And seventh place was Jeff Noling, who took home $9,000. So congrats to those winners around town. And just because somebody doesn't take home the trophy doesn't mean they're not the winner, right? Um, I know some of the folks that are still in the main event, and of course, I've been driving an hour one way to go get my nails done, so didn't have much time this morning to really look into it. But I know that unfortunately, um, our friend Software was out yesterday. So was Zach. Kieran went out yesterday. Ruben went out yesterday. But the good news is, Ash Kardash is out. The good news is Chirp is still in, has over 300,000. Raja is still in, has over 300,000. Cody took out Slay. Cody had pocket jacks. Slay had the parking lot hand, otherwise known as Ace King, I believe. And, fuck jacks. Star Valdez is still in it with about 180,000. I don't know if Ken is still in it. When I tried to look at the list, it wasn't updated yet, and I had to leave. So I'm sure there's more folks that we know that are still in it. Brad Nesser, I know he has a small stack, but he's still in it. Um, so if Stephanie, if you want to come up and give us an update, because I know you've been keeping track of that. Um, and who's been moving on to days twos and days threes. So, and I appreciate you sending me that yesterday. I don't know if you were in here yesterday when I was giving you credit for it, but anyway, so that's all I know about who's moved on in day two or three of the main event. And come by Thursday, we should all be in the same flight, in the same room, which will make things a lot easier. Go ahead, Steph. Welcome.
Good morning, Sherry. I think you actually are pretty on point with all the info I have. I'm going to look into Kenna James right now and see if I can get you an update.
Perfect. And I know Ebony Kennedy is still in it too. So She had quite a stack, but took a blow to that stack, but still has, I think, over 100,000. Um, yeah, so I think she still has over 100,000, which is awesome. Um, but thanks for looking up that information, Stephanie. Go ahead, Donna.
No, it's all right. I just rubbed my phone and I muted everybody and I had to
Yeah,
unmute
that's
it.
okay. Well, the good news was I didn't get muted and I was still talking and it was all right. I knew it was an accident, and at first I thought I did it, and then I was like, oh no, okay, I didn't do it this time. For those that don't know, when you run a space, not too far from the microphone button that you turn on and off is a mute everyone toggle. And it's very easy to click that toggle instead of the microphone toggle. And so that's what we hosts do sometimes. And but this was no harm done, Donna. No harm done. Hey, Rick, how are you?
I'm doing well, but I'm very confused. I just posted it on Twitter. My son Eric bagged 95,000, and I'm looking at the list, and there's five guys at 95,000, but his name is not listed.
Oh, brother.
And
I'd like to
I'm
say
wondering
I'm
how many other people they
surprised.
left off the list. You know?
Well, I'd like to say I'm surprised, but the last week has been a struggle on that site. So I'm definitely not surprised. But I know when folks were checking at like 5 this morning, um, Raja was not on the list and he has over 300,000. Chirp was not on the list. He has over 300,000. So
Wow.
Eric is not alone, I guess, is my point.
Yeah. Wow, that's strange. I mean, that really skews it up a little bit, doesn't it?
Well, it's unfortunate because all of us are excited that aren't there and we're trying to keep up. And it's just a drag that that stuff's not updated properly for us. But, everybody's human and we just have to take it with a grain of salt and know those people are working hard and as fast as they can and nobody's perfect. And so hopefully they will get it straightened out soon.
Yeah, I'm just very surprised because you wonder how if the numbers are correct, of the amount of people that are left in and all that. You just wonder about the
Well,
bottom line.
I'm just going to tell you that I don't trust the numbers right now, but I will trust the numbers by probably 4 or 5 o'clock today, because that means the people that were up most of the night trying to get those numbers in have had an opportunity to sleep and eat and get back to the drawing board as far as all of the numbers and names and chip counts and all that are concerned. And, fresh eyes never hurt a project.
Yeah, it's true. Very true. Very true. So we'll
You
see what
know,
happens. We'll see what
right.
happens.
Right. I will trust the numbers better later today for sure. I did not trust them at all yesterday. I didn't even announce any numbers yesterday just because I saw it developing for like the last week to 10 days in other reporting I was trying to do, and the numbers weren't clicking. So, it is what it is. Um, you know, we just got to roll with it. Nothing we could do about it, and bitching isn't going to help. And, those folks are working hard, and they've been there all damn summer.
Yeah, I'm just surprised by now they wouldn't have a more exacting system on how they do that. I'm just.
Well, and I'm going to tell you two things. I think that somebody has probably left that has been doing it all summer, and somebody's trying to step into the shoes and is just a newbie. That's my one guess. And the second guess is there seems to be a movement to get Poker News more involved. And they've been actually running a lot of the WSOP site this year. So I'm wondering if they're going to turn that site over to Poker News to run. And Poker News is coming up with a different thing. And so this is just 8 more days and this will be a thing of the past. You know what I mean? Like they're just
Yeah.
trying to
Yeah.
muddle
Whoop,
through.
whoop.
What, Donna?
I says, whoop, whoop.
Oh, so
She's still
I
celebrating. She's still celebrating her birthday, I
I guess she
think.
is. But those would be my guesses, only because of rumblings I've heard and things I've seen. The mere fact that you have Kevin Mathers directing people to the Poker News site instead of the WSOP site, I think speaks volumes. So
Yep, I agree.
um, we'll see what develops, right? The good news is there's only about what, let's see, we're in like, there's probably about 15 more tournaments to go. And so we're at the end, and the end is near.
This is true. This is true.
So is Eric in a flight today?
Yeah,
Does he? Yeah,
yeah,
he plays
he's
today.
playing today. So,
Okay.
so yeah, so we'll see what happens. But wow, exciting! I mean, if the total number is correct, then it's an exciting tournament because it sets a record, and
Right.
everybody at the the final nine will get $1 million. So that's pretty cool.
I think that they've done a good job of redoing those numbers because last year, many of us were not happy the way they did it because first place got 12 million and then second place was like at, I want to say 8 million if my memory serves me correctly. And that is, too big of a difference.
I
Um,
agree.
so it's nice to see that they did adjust that prize pool at the top. So first and second are a little bit closer in numbers because it certainly is deserving for second place. So,
Absolutely, absolutely.
and what's wrong with 10 grand? I mean, 10 million now.
Yeah,
Why?
yeah, nothing.
I mean, I mean, come on,
Absolutely. So
right?
yeah,
Um,
and there's nothing wrong with $1 million for ninth place either. So
Exactly, exactly. Which I think is awesome because you make it through 10,000, what, 123 entries, and and you get to the final table and you're not even getting a million. Come on.
yeah, that yeah,
So that is a great adjustment that they've made for sure. Rightfully so. So glad to see it.
yep, I am
Absolutely
too.
glad to see it for sure. I didn't know. Did you notice how many spots they're paying out?
1,500 and some, 15. It's 1,500 and some. I don't know what that is,
Okay,
but it's
okay,
over 15. It's over 1,500, which is how that's great. That's
that's
terrific.
awesome. Um,
Yeah.
Very good. Go ahead, ASG.
Yeah, I'm looking at the list by chip count, and on 95,000, I see Eric on there.
You do. The one I just looked at a little while ago, it didn't show him. So I'm glad he's on one list anyway.
Yeah, you got to go to. You looked at the PDF.
Yeah, I'm looking on the website, on the WSOP website,
Yeah,
and I
and I'm
go,
saying where it has the PDF of by seats, by chips, by name.
oh,
Under
okay.
under reports.
Okay, under reports.
Under
Okay.
reports.
No, I'm just looking at the main list that they publish on the website.
Yeah,
So,
look under reports for sure.
Yeah, the one that's just the chip count is like who they observe. Like the one
okay,
report is everything.
that makes sense. That makes sense. So,
It
Thank
does
okay.
you,
look like they're
ASG.
it does look like they're paying out 1,517
Nice.
positions, which is really, really great. And then I did check, but I do not see Kenna James currently on the list. So, and
Okay,
that's on the
thank you.
PDF, so he's probably out.
Okay, thank you so much for that. And is Min Cash double the entry fee, or am I making that up?
Min cash is 15K.
Oh, 15K, 500. Okay, 5,000. I mean, okay. All right, thank you. Um, I know there was some talk about trying to get that to double your buy-in, and I hadn't looked at it, so I didn't know if they got it or not. So, okay, perfect. Thank you, Stephanie.
Yeah, it was double for a lot of the smaller events, but for the main, yeah, they said it was.
Ooh, that's a long, long tournament.
Well, I'd still take 5 grand extra if I'm in cash.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And I'd especially take $1 million to get to that final table.
Absolutely. That's great. That's a great adjustment. So,
How fun is that? Oh my God, it's so exciting. And who will it be? Who are we going to crown the prince or princess of the WSOP?
I see that Alex Livingston, Eric's the guy that Eric gave all his chips to in the World Series a couple of years ago, is up on top, and Lonnie who is from Florida, is
Oh,
in the
nice.
in the top 12. So
Nice. All
good
right.
luck, Lonnie. She's a great
I,
person.
that's
Great,
awesome. I don't
great. Yeah,
know. Oh, that's Lonnie. What's her
right,
maiden name?
yeah. And I can't
Howard?
remember.
Harwood. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
Lonnie
you.
Hardwood. Yes, yes,
She's such a great player.
yes. She is, and a nice person. Really, really nice person.
I've
So
only been in her presence once, and it wasn't for a very long time. But I've heard great things about her.
yeah, she and her husband play at the Hard Rock all the time because they're from that area,
Right.
and yeah, so they're good people. So it's good to see Lonnie up there in the top 12. That's great.
That's
Maybe
awesome.
this will be the year, Sherry.
I'm telling you,
A woman cracks it this year,
come
huh?
on, let's go.
That would be great. That'd be terrific. That would be just terrific.
Oh my God, how exciting would that be? Depending on who it is, I might have to fly back out there.
Ah, there you go.
I might have to. I think my friend Diane Cooley is still in it. She was on the featured table a couple of nights ago, and she came in, what did I say, fifth place or sixth place in the ladies' event in 2021, I believe, or 2022. Um, so she is definitely somebody that could crack that final table.
That'd
I
be
don't know
terrific.
what, Stephanie, could you see if uh, what her chip stack is? Diane Cooley, Cooley.
I'm on it.
Thank you. She's a hell of a player, and I just love her and her husband. And Phil came to our meetup game at the Aria and enjoyed it. As a matter of fact, he was disappointed he couldn't get over to the Sahara for our meetup game, but they were both playing that night. So understandable. That's what happens. And yeah, very cool.
Hey, Miss Sherry, I found her. So Diane from Georgia, she's got 89K.
Ooh, she's got work to do, but she can spin it up. So good luck to her. Um, I would love to see her make that final table. That would be flipping amazing.
Diane, who I met.
Uh, I don't think you met her husband at the meetup game,
Yeah. Oh, I know what you
Phil.
mean now.
Phil.
Yeah.
I don't think we ever. I don't remember if we ever ran into her when we were there together.
hmm
I don't remember.
Okay, well, I'm driving right now anyway, and we've got thunderstorms, so I'll be trying to do stuff on here as well.
Well, you're driving and I'm driving, and who's running the ship? Fats.
It's an autopilot.
Well, our third co-host isn't here for some reason. I don't know why, but that's okay. Fats, welcome.
Hey, two things. One quick question: is today an off day for the World Series,
No.
or today is day three?
Day 3 today.
So the day 2D people don't get a day off in between.
Nope.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Then my next question is, or next thing is, Donna. I don't think I managed to talk to you all day yesterday. So happy birthday for yesterday, and I hope it was a good one.
Thank you, Fats. Yeah, it was good. Thank you ever so much for that. Means a lot.
Okay, you guys, if I lose this space, I will pull over and start it over again. So don't anybody panic. I think I'll be good, but you just never know when you're driving if, the space is going to give out or not. So here we are.
So you're doing a space with while you're driving and Donna's driving at the same time.
Yes, but at least I'm driving on the right side of the road, Fats.
Yeah, well, that is a plus. But I don't think it matters what side of the road Donna drives on. It's still, from that video, it still looks dangerous for whoever's out there.
Let's just say when she's over here, there's not a snowball's chance in hell she's getting behind the wheel of one of my vehicles.
I've just gone past the police station.
Oh, God. God help us. She made it past. They didn't pull her over.
Oh, God.
The fun of it all. The fun of it all. Okay, Fats, have you and Doinky figured out who's running the league? You guys doing it together, or what's going on, bud?
My position is that I was made commissioner, and until the Hex tells me otherwise, I'm not commissioner, and my commissionership doesn't start until after the Venom tournament's been played, and which would be while I'm in Vegas. So when I get back from Vegas around the 12th, I would meet with the Hex, and he would, set me up what I need to know, and then I would go on and organize it from there, with the target date of the first league tournament being in the beginning of September. And and as far as Doinky's concerned, I don't know anything about the Doinky thing coming up, but my understanding when Hex asked me was, I was assuming that one of the things that was coming with the job was that I would be able to work side by side with Doinky anyway, because he was such a valuable part of the league in the first place. So why there would be any reason why we wouldn't be able to work together or anything like that, or he'd want to be in, I don't know anything about that, but my understanding is I was made commissioner, and the only any rumblings that I shouldn't be commissioner are part of the, all started by Trollmar. So.
Okay, so, all right. Well, thank you for that update. I appreciate it. And you guys will do a great job no matter who's doing it or what's going on, because you guys will work together no matter who the commissioner is. So it'll be fine.
I mean, if I'm not the commissioner, if Hex decides he changed his mind and wants to rescind the offer, I'll go with that. Then it'll be up to him to appoint somebody else. But I'm not stepping down from something I already had unless Hex would ask me to.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Hey, Avi, how are you?
Hey, Sherry. I'm doing well. I took OMD's advice and got some Dramamine before the flight and had no issues this time.
Good.
So, I'm not in fear of flights, kind of like I was before I went to the airport yesterday. I'm like, please don't fucking have that happen again. So, yeah,
well, good. I'm glad it worked.
And then I just had a space right now, so I forgot that you were running the 9 o'clock, but Chirp came in and said that last night he was ready to jump off a cliff with 26,000 in chips until he got pocket aces roughly 10 times in the last two, with 2 breaks to go, and that now he's at about, I forget what he said, but maybe something like 350,000 in chips. But let's fucking go, Chirp, baby.
Let's go, Chirp.
Oh my God. Shit. Good luck.
He said he got on a heater. I heard a little bit of it last night. He had gotten on a heater and was running like God. I was like, oh my God. Can you pick a better time than being in the main event to start to run like God? Come on.
And also, I don't know if you've seen the way Chirp plays, but he sets himself up to be paid by pocket aces. Yeah, enough said.
I love it. I like to think I do too. I don't overbet them pre-flop, because what good are aces if you're not going to make some money with them? I'll never understand why people, I just want to get the blind so my aces don't get cracked. Are you nuts? It's the best hand in poker to start with. Come on, make some money with them. And guess what? Do they get cracked sometimes? Yes.
and also the people who VPIP higher, who raise more, that generally you're going to get paid more when you have pocket aces if you're one of those people, because people are gonna like me in the tournament. People treat ace queen against me like it's pocket aces pre-flop.
Yep. Yep.
So he's somewhat in that direction. At least I think. Like, I don't know if he's playing different. I don't know if his table is really tight and he tightened up. But from what I've seen him do on ACR, that he's a very active player.
Very cool. I'm going to tell you, he's really been working on his game. He's been practicing his game, coaching his game. I think he's going to run far. I really do. Same thing with Raja. I think Raja has the mojo right now. He's going to run far too.
And yeah, that last thing about that mojo, the thing that Chirp does that I really want to incorporate more is he visualizes success. And like when he won that tournament on my birthday, he told me 5 days in advance. He told me 2 days in advance. He told me 1 day in advance. I'm gonna come in first on something on your birthday, and he fucking did it. But that envisioning it, whether or not he does it, I think is something that top athletes do that isn't really talked about as much around poker.
100%. 100%. I believe that. That's, people often like blow me off when I say that. I think I approach poker like it's a sport because I see so many correlations about prep work, preparing, practicing, eating well, sleeping well, just like an athlete does. And so when I really got serious about playing poker, to me it was just like a natural, all those things were natural to do because I'm in the sports world. And so I firmly believe what he's doing is a great approach.
Yeah, I think poker is very much like golf, Cher. You can hit a
Yeah.
perfect drive down the middle of the fairway and hit a sprinkler head and bounce into the trap. If you know what I mean? And if
Absolutely.
you can play a hand perfectly and somebody hits a 1 or 2 outer on you. You know what you would,
Absolutely.
So there you go. There
Only
you
you
have it.
control what's in your hands,
That's
right?
right. And it is a sport. You try going 12 hours a day in any other sport,
Exactly.
and maintaining your mental acuity and all that. It's a tough sport. A really
Yeah.
tough sport, especially the main event of the World Series. That's really a grinder.
Hell yeah.
So,
And with that, going back to what I heard about chess players, that a chess player sitting at the table can burn as many calories as a top level athlete because the churning going on in their mind. And I think poker players aren't on that level, but are towards that. So you're sitting there for 12 or 13 hours, which is hard on the body. You're using your mental acuities. There's all this emotional stuff. So it is a very big wear and tear.
yeah.
That's why I don't think I could do it, is because I don't think I could sit there for longer than 3 or 4 hours without
And
like
see,
light.
to me, that's the challenge, Avi. I can't wait to be in hour 11. Yes, I'm going to day 2 after 12 hours. Then on day 2, I'm there 6 or 8 more hours, whatever. I love that shit.
Yep. Yep. Well, but you're right, and that's why they have a senior tour in golf, because it does they only play 3 days in the senior tour, and in regular golf tournaments you play 4 days, except for live golf, which I love. But that's why a lot of the older players, as they do get older, like Doyle, towards the end, couldn't play in a lot of the big tournaments, the long tournaments.
Right.
You just don't have the stamina anymore as you get older, and
Correct.
so it's tough. But again, it's a great sport, and that's exactly what it is. These people that say it's not a sport, they're all full of what.
Well, I just, it's everybody's got a perspective, right? And, I can understand why people say it's not a sport, but, to each his own. And, I think John Cernuto would beg to differ about the age thing. Here he is, 80 years old. He's going to a final table today in the 8-game mixed. There are 7 left, and he's sitting at that table with, I think it's John Ray. Is it John Racier?
From
I,
Florida,
I,
yeah,
I
yeah.
think, and I think it's Josh Aria too at that table. So, and Josh Aria and John Cernuto, are both nominated for the Hall of Fame
Right.
this year. You know, John being in at 80. It's it's mind-boggling, but it's also amazing and exciting.
Yes. Well, some guys, they can do it. They have that mental awareness and they have the stamina to be able to pull it off. But you're not going to see a lot of older players. But my
Right,
thing is that a lot of
right,
the older players like John Cernuto, a lot of us grew up when I had my first poker room in '94. I had 2 7-card stud high-low games going every morning, you know?
right,
And
right.
a lot of the older players are very, very good mixed game players,
Oh yeah,
you know. So
100%.
yeah, so it's good for John. That's and he really deserves this nomination, and I really hope he gets in because he's been one of the most consistent, great players over the years who's kind of stayed under the radar, if you know what I mean, as far as the guys, like my buddy Scotty and Negreanu and Helmuth and people like that. And Sanuto's, he's in the same category with these guys. So it's,
Absolutely.
so hopefully it works out this year for him.
Well, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. We're doing everything we can to make it happen for him.
Yeah.
So fingers crossed that it's going to work. For sure. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Because I
Absolutely.
think I'll
Absolutely.
probably be more disappointed than him than if he doesn't get in. But
I know you would. I know you would.
oh
You put a
god,
lot into this, so it's
I
yeah.
have.
Yeah, it's his first time being nominated. I, wouldn't put high hopes on him winning over somebody who like.
Okay, Mr. Debbie Downer, don't spoil my
What? It's
day.
not a downer to. It's not a downer if Patrick Antonios makes the Hall of Fame.
I know. Listen, I'm going to tell you, with the exception of Bill Smith, who I know absolutely nothing about, there's not a person on that list I would not support being inducted into the Hall of Fame. They are all most worthy. And I say that about Bill just because I don't know him, and I'm sure he's worthy as well. But, it's just time for John to get that induction in my eyes.
And Sherry, who do we have running deep again in the main?
Say that again, love.
Who's running deep? Cody, Raja, Chirp, anyone else still in from Spaces?
Let's see. Chirp, Raja, Cody. Who else
Brad
did we talk about?
Nessler.
Oh yeah, Brad Nesser.
And we actually didn't mention earlier, and I looked him up, and he's still in. Nikki Palma's still in with 216.5K.
Oh, good for him.
Oh,
And
yo, by
Evan,
the way, I saw him in Vegas. He was eating across from me when I went and got a burger from Guy Fieri's Flavortown.
oh nice. Did you talk to him or no?
No, it seemed like he might have just gotten busted from something or something. He was alone at the bar across from me. Like it's like kind of a triangle-shaped sort of bar in the middle.
Right.
So he was like on the other side. I didn't say hi to him. Oh, but I did run into Rob Kuhn. Sherry, did I tell you that?
Say that again.
I had a nice conversation with Rob Kuhn.
Oh, good.
Oh, you weren't there for that space. Yeah, I saw him as I was cashing out, and I was like, yo, I'm on a space, but I like immediately muted the space. I was like, I don't think you want, like, I think we'd be able to have a better conversation if I did be like, hey, I'm here with Rob Kuhn. Rob, what's the... But we had a nice little combo, and he seemed really tired, but that he said he had a good table, so hopefully he built some chips and made it, but I haven't seen anything.
Oh, good for him. And Ebony Kennedy is still in it, and she used to be a spacer early on, but the toxicity, she checked out because she didn't like the toxicity. Imagine that. But she's still in it to win it as well. So when I get home, I'm going to really look at that list and see who's on that list. That way, me, whoever wants to root for, we can root. Try to give some spaces run good to those folks. And
I'm saying fuck me right now because if Cody go deep, I'm fucking getting on a plane. I'm gonna stay at the couch of Wolfie for a couple days.
I'm going to tell you something. Depending on who gets that final table, I might be coming back to Pinkus myself. We'll see. We'll see who ends up at that final table. But yeah, I may do that and just go back and see my granddaughter. Sneak a peek at my granddaughter again.
Nothing wrong with that.
I know, I miss her already, doggone it. Rick, do you have any recommendations for a hotel for the night before my cruise?
Where do you stay? Where you coming out of Port Canaveral?
Yes.
Right.
Or wait. Yes, it's Port Canaveral.
You can stay at my house.
Are you kidding right now?
No.
That would be amazing.
I'm 15 minutes from the port.
Okay. I will keep that in my data bank. I appreciate that offer.
Absolutely. Be
That
more
would
than
be
happy to.
amazing.
Be more
Well,
than happy
thank you
to have
so
you.
much.
Just
That'll
let
be
me
a
know
trip.
when you're going. I'll probably be going to the port anyway, so it doesn't make any difference. But But yeah, be more than happy to have you stay.
Well,
So
thank you for that offer, and let me double check that that's the port, but I'm pretty sure it is. And
all right,
I will definitely get back with the dates.
okay.
For
What
sure.
ship are you going on, Sharon?
Okay, you're asking me too many questions that I don't
Ah,
know the answer to. I know
because
it's a carnival cruise. I
is
can't
it the
tell you that.
Mardi Gras or the Glory? The Mardi Gras or the Glory?
I don't know.
Okay, because they're both out of Port Canaveral,
All I
and
know
so is
is
the
that
Vista.
it's an 8-day cruise. Puerto Rico,
Oh, you'll have a ball.
Costa Rica. Um, what's the little island? The little private island they go to.
Oh,
Shit.
Carnival.
No. Anyway, I will pull up my cruise information and get back with you.
That's great. Well, Puerto Rico, there's a place right at the port. It's called I forgot it, Castilla. It's called the Casita, and it's right at the port, and they have the best empanadas and mojitos in the world.
Oh shit! You're
It's a
speaking
little
my
house.
love
Yeah,
language.
it's a little house called La Casita. La Casita. It's right at the main port. If you just go when you come off the ship, you go to your left. You'll see this house, and it's actually a restaurant.
I love empanadas.
What is that?
She loves empanadas.
Well, these are the best I've ever had in my
Oh
life.
my god, I'm so
La
excited.
Casita. Yeah, La Casita in Puerto Rico, and you got to go to Old Town. Old Town's beautiful. So it's
Well, and I'm going to tell you,
Old San Juan.
I've been to Puerto Rico already.
Okay.
So what we did is there is a excursion to a resort that's on the beach and has a pool as well. Who is that? I can't see. I'm driving. Is that Chirpy Derpy?
It's who you think it is.
So we are actually going to do a resort, and they have like a dinner thing, blah blah blah, on the beach. So,
Good for
I
you.
will definitely be doing the empanadas. Chirp monster, is that you? I'm driving. I can't look at my screen.
Hello, my darling boy.
Shove it up your
It's
arse.
gonna
Shove
be.
it up your arse, Donna.
You're gonna get 3 now, not just 1. It's 3 sideways. So grease up, monkey. Congratulations and good luck in the main, by the way.
Thank you.
He may
And
like
bolt of
that.
lightning from his arse.
What's your chip stack, Chirp?
3.
Uh-oh, did we lose him?
No, 340.
Sherry, he was a little quiet for me, but he said 340.
Okay, thank you. Good job, bud. I'm so excited. I was just saying a few minutes ago that you and Raja both have been doing exactly what you need to do to run far in this tournament, and I have faith in both of you.
Thank you. Long ways to go, but good start.
Of course.
Chirp, do you start at
Of course.
a new table today, and like, have you looked up your people and stuff, or do you not give a fuck?
Yeah, there's 2 pros. I cover the whole table though, so we're good.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be reeling from over here. You might hear my voice. I'll be shouting for you all.
Donna, if I final table, I'm gonna buy you a nice 3-step dirt bike.
Yay!
Oh, Chirp. That's something that I would make time for and definitely go over for.
Right
But
on.
fuck everything else.
And
Somebody can look after my kids. Somebody can look after my cat. I'm off.
It'll come
There's no.
pre-lubed.
He says fuck you.
It'll come pre-lubed, so you can just start shoving.
yo, Chirp, if you make it past tomorrow, by the way, I'm gonna get my ass back to Mars, Vegas.
What'd you say? Sorry, I couldn't hear you. Set the phone down.
I'm gonna come back to Vegas if you make it through tomorrow.
All right, cool. Sounds fun. Fucking stupid. There's some fucking something going on in Vegas. I have to check out of my room, and everywhere is sold out on the strip. So
Is it the Summer League or the Olympics? It might be.
no, I think because me and my uncle were talking about it. I think maybe because everybody lost power in Houston, everybody said, "Fuck it, let's go to Vegas."
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a pretty good guess. Did you find a place or do you need a place?
I'm still looking for one, but I'll deal with that later or something.
Okay, because a friend of mine has like a mother-in-law suite on a pool house that he rents out. I could double check to see if normally he has like a dealer staying there all summer, but I could double check to see if it's available.
All right, I'll message you later if I need it. I think I'm probably just the MGM Park or whatever it's called has a room for like $100, so I think I'm just gonna do that.
Oh, that's a nice
Yeah, it
place.
is.
I wouldn't pass that up.
Yeah, that's a real good place. It's
I wouldn't
smoke
pass
free
that up for
too.
$100.
It's a smoke free casino too. So.
I know that sucks for me because I'm a smoker.
Oh well, there you go. You're talking Park MGM, right? The old Monte Carlo. The old Monte Carlo.
I tell you, it's a nice
Yeah, it
one.
is.
$100 a night. That's a great price.
Hey, Sherry. Sorry, go ahead, Rick.
That's where my son's at. That's where Eric's at. So he has a card. He has an MGM Advantage card or whatever, and they give him free rooms and stuff. So it's a really nice place.
Go ahead, Abby.
Do you like the movie Sister Act?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I recommended it to Karen, and she was like, "Yeah, but it's probably stupid. I don't think it's gonna be that funny." I was like, "No, it's pretty funny."
It's funny as hell.
Yeah, I love that
Abby,
movie. Go ahead, Chirp.
sorry, did you leave a phone charger in my room?
Yeah, that was mine. I don't need it.
All right.
Like, it's not a big deal.
Well, I got it. If you come back, I'll give it to you.
What are you gonna do with my boxers, Chirp?
I've already worn them, and now they're in the trash.
Well, we have a bath water for buy-ins. We could do boxers for buy-ins. Oh shit.
Bathwater, please don't change it to that.
Now we love bath water for buy-ins. That's funny. Avi can create his own troll account to boxers for buy-ins.
That would be funny.
I'm gonna pack up my room and get going. I'll see you guys later. I'll send some updates out at some point today.
Sending you good vibes,
Thank you.
bud.
Love Chirp.
Good one. Look, my darling.
Get it in.
Hey Sherry, do you mind if I do a commercial?
No, please. I always promote
Okay,
everybody.
well, you got the Seminole Hard Rock Poker Open the 31st of July to August 13th with a $3 million guaranteed main event that starts on August 9th. Day 1 is August 9th. Day 2 is August 10th. And it's a $5,300 buy-in. So it's the Seminole Rock Poker Open's a big deal in Florida. So
That's
yeah.
awesome. What a great event.
Yep.
They do a great job of hosting them.
So if anybody wants to come down to Florida, come on down.
Great commercial. Love it. Hey, is Scotty still in
Yeah,
the
he's
game?
got 200-some thousand, I think. He's like number 528 or something like that. So he's one of the past winners that's still in.
Nice.
So we'll see. We'll see if he keeps his calm. And he just went through like a 40-day rejuvenation in Thailand, and he did a lot of Zen. He lost 40 pounds.
Good for
So
him.
he's that move to Tulsa, where his wife is from, where Julie's from, has, I think, really benefited him. To get more grounded and stuff, and really concentrate on what he needs to do. So he's still in. So he's one of the few former winners that's still in. So
good for him. And you know what? He got himself ready to go before
yeah,
going. So that's
absolutely,
awesome.
absolutely. He stayed at a really neat place where they look at your health, your overall health, and mental awareness as well. So
Very cool. Good for him.
So when he's right, he is the best person in the world. He's when we stay at his house, he cooks for us. He just anything you want, stuff like that. Wonderful guy.
A real sweetheart.
Yep, he is. So
that's awesome that he's done that for himself. So good for
Scotty. Exactly. So.
Okay, you guys, I can't see who's coming in and out because I have to have readers. So
That's just coming in.
Okay, so if somebody's requesting and Donna's driving and I'm driving,
no, I'm home now.
Okay, just give us a shout out because I can't look at my screen.
Donna, Donna, how far are you from London?
About 3 hours live.
Okay. Because we're going to be in London in November, and then we're going to be in Liverpool in April. So you closer to Liverpool?
I'm in middle.
Oh, okay.
When in November are you going to London?
The 12th to the 15th.
I'll see what I'm doing then. I'll see what's happening. I'm due down London anyway, at the Hippodrome.
Well, if you're
for
on the 21st, right?
All right. Okay. Yeah. Well, I'll see if I can get
down that way, yeah, I'd love to have dinner with you and all that. Meet you and talk some treason, things like that.
Yeah.
You know what would make that even more fun is getting Hex to join you too.
Oh, there you go.
Hex won't turn up. Hex won't turn up. He hasn't got the balls because he's a soft southerner. Hey, Fats. Welcome back to the panel.
Hi, Donna.
Hey,
yeah, it's just I heard what you were saying because you guys can't pay attention. If anybody wants a request to come up and they're not saying it, just shout out without raising your hand, and then they'll give you a mic so you can come up.
They can't shout out, and we can't see them requesting.
No, Donna and Sherry have to drive with their windows open.
Aren't we hazards enough without adding to that hazard?
I posted. I'm doing a space at 2:00 about the with Vegas horse pools about his proxy service in the circuit for anybody that's interested in learning about that.
Okay, do you want to just give an overview of what that is?
The circuit contest. Everybody knows what the circuit contests are. the football contest. And then
Yeah, but
if you're like out of town,
yeah, but
you can
historically.
hire a proxy service to turn in your picks every week. And Vegas Horse Pools has a proxy service, and he's going to be offering some discount coupons on another sports related item to anybody that wants to take advantage of his service. And
Okay.
it'll be open for questions also for anybody that has
All
any
right.
questions.
And that's at 2:00 today, right,
Yep.
Chance? Okay, perfect. There you go, folks. And for those that are interested, Fats and I are trying to coordinate with a friend of mine to put on a sports betting 101 space here in the near future. So, and I'm just going to tell you, I'm not promoting sports betting, but somebody asked if I could help figure out A, who to ask to do it, and B, to do it. And I said, well, we could do it in a space. And they were like, yes. So I'm definitely not promoting sports betting because I don't know enough about it to be able to say, yes, do it, or no, don't do it. So just to be clear, but I am more than happy to host a space. And Fats has agreed to come in and give us some sports betting 101 information. So look for that in the near future.
And Sherry, maybe with any luck, after the space, you'll have the bug and you'll start betting sports like a wild woman.
Well, here's the thing for me. I don't want to have that in my life because it would consume me because, as you know, I like to look up data. So before I would make a pick, I would be like on the computer for 15 hours to pick one thing. So no, we're not doing it.
It could be very lucrative.
And,
Maybe there may be a future for you in handicapping.
yeah, but you have to remember that I have a daughter in the coaching world, and I would never want those lines blurred and her get a problem.
What does she coach?
College tennis at a D1.
Yeah, there's no real betting on college tennis. You could never compromise her there.
Yeah, but it's any betting. Like, she cannot bet on anything. And so I would not want the lines blurred at all where there could be any misconceptions at all. Just not worth it.
Can I just interject here and say I had Richard Marx Hazard in my head, and Fats, you don't know how wild this fucking woman actually is. I'm being serious. You think I'm wild? She's fucking wilder than I am.
Who are we talking about?
Yeah.
Oh, why are you trying to give away my secrets? What in the world? Do you think it's okay to give away my damn secrets right now?
Because I'm getting sick of being called wild all the time, and it's not me that leads everybody astray. It's you.
Look, I'm not in the spaces with 500 boyfriends. That would be you.
I not got 100 boyfriends. I got 0 boyfriends.
Should we make a list out loud or what here?
I got 0.
Let's just say the number one at the top actually starts with an O.
Hey, Donna. I mean, yes, doesn't it? You had lots of boyfriends, but you don't have as many anymore because they ran into unfortunate incidents with pillows in the middle of the night.
I knew that was coming. Hi, Barry. How are you? Barry's just come up, Sherry.
Hey, Barry. Thank you, Donna.
Hey, how you doing? Avi, you there?
Yeah, I saw your messages. I'm gonna check them out after the space.
Yeah, I dropped a few sledgehammers on your desk, so and fuck you for that.
What?
I love spaces so much. Oh, Barry.
What'd I do? I brought up a good movie. It was all Sister Act stuff.
I love Sister Act. It's such a classic. Probably the
Speaking
best
of classics,
I love Sledgehammers.
you should see Elf.
No, I'm not going to see Elf, but you know, I was just going to say that was probably Whoopi Goldberg's finest movie, but then I thought about Ghost, and that was a great movie she did as well. But those would probably be my two best movies for Whoopi Goldberg, and then she fell off the crazy wagon.
And you know, she had a bigger role.
I'm going to send it to you also, Sherry. You'll enjoy it.
Oh, please do. You know, I love those DMs. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah, I love Ghost, just for Patrick
Oh,
Swayze. He was like, oh,
that movie came
oh,
out right after I had my nephew went on a church retreat to the beach, and unfortunately he drowned at age 16. And that movie came out, I would say, within a few weeks. I can't even imagine it was months, but a couple of weeks afterward. And my sister-in-law and my brother-in-law went to see it and found a lot of comfort in that movie. So that will always have a special spot in my heart.
yeah, I know Dirty Dancing back to front.
Well, there's nothing. Oh,
And
is there anything better than Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze? Come on,
oh God,
another
no.
classic.
It's like nobody puts baby in the corner, and it's like, yeah, nobody puts me in a corner anyway, but I'm always in naughty corner somehow.
We're not talking about the street corner either.
No, naughty corner, definitely.
She said the naughty corner. Oh my God. And she's telling me I'm the bad one? I've never been in the naughty corner.
I'm always there. It's good fun.
I like the naughty room.
I will follow him wherever he may go, and near him I always will be.
I will follow him. Great song. I can't believe I have not lost this space on this drive.
You're doing really well with
That's
this.
just
Because when you phoned me earlier, yeah, it was like really patchy.
well, and I'm right in that strip of road right now, so we'll see what happens here in a minute.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see what happens in a minute here. Ay, ay, ay. Barry, what are you playing lately? Just your home game stuff?
Yeah, for now, I'll probably make it down to Florida.
Awesome. I'm glad you're going to go. That's awesome. I need to look up in September when I'm going down for the cruise. I'd like to go a little bit earlier and go somewhere to play. So I need to look at the two Hard Rocks, and Best Bet. See what they got
And
going.
they got the Borgata in September, restarting their fall classic.
Oh, I'm so glad they're doing that.
Well, Sherry would help to find out what port you're coming out of, you know?
I totally agree. Let me cruise paid probably 3 times last 6 months. And every time I think of the cruise, I'm like, I got to get on there and really get to a little more familiar. But yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, can tell you reached that spot though. You keep
I
going in
mean,
and that.
I was lucky enough when I was at my daughter's to actually get on there and pick out excursions. So
Oh, that's good.
my friend that I'm going with and I have at least picked our excursions out, which was a major accomplishment just because I've been balls to the walls doing shit. And so I was happy to at least pick those out. Now I need to go and pick the massage I want to do, and then I will have everything booked.
Well, you got to make sure, depending on the ship and where you're going out of and stuff, you need to, are you doing anytime dining or you have a specific dining preference to early or late seating?
The lady I'm going with who invited me to go is actually in a motorized vehicle, so to speak, wheelchair. And
Sure.
so she asked me if we could do a certain setting time or whatever. And I was like, you know what? Just book whatever you think you need, and we will
Okay.
do it and make it work, kind of thing.
Because a lot of people don't realize if they do anytime dining, you really need to make reservations, believe it or not. You know,
Well,
so
and we did do one. We did do one and paid for already reservation for a specialty
good for you
dinner.
guys. Good for
Um,
you.
we did do that, and I want to say it was at the steakhouse, or it may have been the Japanese. I don't remember. But we did do that already. We did make that reservation, and then the rest of the time, we're just going to do the dining hall, unless we just, you know,
Yeah.
there's just so much food on those buffets. How could you not find something?
Well, I'll tell you, the
I mean,
tabanaki is great on all these ships.
oh,
It's terrific when they cook right at the the table. Yeah,
table.
it's really good
Yeah.
stuff. So if you're going there, you'll really enjoy that.
It's one or the other, because we were going around and around, and then we finally booked one. I don't remember what it is. It's either the steakhouse or the Japanese house. So either one's going to be
Yep, it will
fantastic,
be.
right?
It
So
will be.
we're not we're not going to complain about either one of those.
Good for you.
Never be as good as Mishashi.
Oh, I'm going to tell you, I didn't get to go there this trip. I'm really kind of disappointed, but Brian was busy and I wanted to take him. It was my turn to treat him. But we never got around to it. So maybe in December, when my other friend's there, the three of us can go again.
Yeah, have fun with Tiger again.
God, he is so good. He is definitely the best Japanese hibachi cook I've ever had.
Yeah, it was my
It
first
was,
time, and it's not going to be my last.
yeah.
Especially over there, that's something that I'm going to aim for to go every time I
Yep.
go over, if I can.
Well, when Natalie was playing on the junior tournament schedule, we could not keep weight on her because the amount of hours she was spending on the tennis courts between warm-ups and then back there sometimes she would have to play 3 matches and then a doubles match, 4 matches in a day. And she was thin already, and so um, I told her we're just going to go Japanese every day because she loved Japanese, and I knew she would eat rice, 3 orders of rice. And she was, at the time, she was like, she didn't have her growing spurts, so she was only like 5'2", 5'3" at the time, and maybe 100 pounds sopping wet. And we would go into the Japanese restaurant, and she would tell them, what she wanted, and I want 3 orders of rice. And the chef inevitably would turn to me and go, 3? And I would say, yes. And he'd go, no way. And I go, yes. And, she would be licking the plate afterwards. And then I would take her, give her a little time to digest, and I would take her for a chocolate milkshake because it's high in calories. And, we did that for, 3 years, I want to say. So we've had Japanese all over the United States for sure, because I just needed to put weight on this kid.
Well, we have a great one in Melbourne called Fujiyama if you come down this way. So
Ooh, yummy. I love me some
yeah,
Fujiyami.
it's a terrific Japanese restaurant, and they do hibachi as well in the restaurant. It's outstanding.
Ah,
Yeah.
yummy. Yummy, yummy. Something to look forward to. I cannot wait. Somebody wants me to come to Harris, Cherokee, and I'm like, oh my God, that's like 2 weeks from now. I don't know if I have it in me. And Donna said,
Of
oh,
course you're
you're going to
going.
go.
You know you're going, girl. You'll be
Oh,
saying, no,
shit.
I'm not going, I'm not going. And like day before, I'll get a phone call. Guess where I'm going? Or the morning, and guess where I'm going? I went, I knew you were going anyway. So don't lie to me.
Oh, God, it's so funny. It's so true, though. It's so true. But the mountains will be so pretty right now. It'll be a little bit cooler than it is here in Atlanta. We're at 92 with 1,010 humidity right now. And Rick can relate to that,
Absolutely.
I'm sure.
Well, it's about
So the mountain,
69 here and tucking it down, just waiting on this thunderstorm coming through. That's the reason why I've got migraine.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's
That's
all
why
right.
it's coming on.
Yeah, it's coming across, and I heard the thunder earlier, but it's not come to anything yet. But I'm sure that there's a storm coming for definite.
Yeah, I hear you. Well, I have to go back to the bank because I tried to go earlier and I put some $20 bills in to make a deposit, and the machine spit them all back out, which was very weird. But now I got to walk in. I don't know the last time I walked into a bank was. It's weird.
I just want to give a
And
shout
so you,
out to those in the goo, which is Chris Soto, Wolf Apex, Hayden, Backwater for Vines. Love you, my darling. Don't ever change that. Don't ever change that moniker. Flo Dunkey, ASG, and Kush, and to the 3 other listeners in the anonymous section, welcome. Go ahead, Steph.
here you go. Thank you for that, Donna.
We also need to give a shout out to Mr. Christian Soto, who's also still in on day 3.
Oh,
Let's go,
Chris,
Christian.
come up and speak. I'm going to
Hell
send you an
to the
invite.
yes. Do you know his chip stack? Maybe he could tell us here in a minute.
I've sent him an
That's
invite. Christian, come on
awesome.
up, darling.
He has...
You can wish me a belated happy birthday, too.
True, we'll wait for him to come up.
This chick's shilling for birthday wishes over
Why
here.
not? Slay shield for $10, I shield for fucking birthday wishes. At least mine's free.
Oh my goodness.
Happy belated birthday, Donna.
Thank you, my darling. Thank you, sweetheart. Yeah, I'm so glad Espen's still in it. I hope he does a good
And
run.
how about Marcel?
Marcel Bust. I don't know what he's going to be doing. I don't know when he's coming back. I've not spoken to him for a while. But yeah, Marcel Bust.
I hate I didn't get to meet him.
Hey.
Oh, he's so funny.
He was on my list and I just ran out of time. I just was out of time this trip.
Yeah, I love Marcel, but he didn't have Witter on. Go ahead, Fats. You had your hand up first. Go
I
ahead.
got a question. Who are we going to find out is still in tournament like a day from now that we didn't even know they played yet? That's my question.
Oh, there'll be plenty. There's going to be a few, I'm sure.
Go ahead, Steph.
Sorry, Soto can't come off mute right now. He's really busy, but he said he's got like 75K at 2,500 big line, and he wishes you a really happy birthday, Donna.
Thank you, my darling. Miss you.
Good luck, Christian.
Hope to see you in December. And very, very best of birthday run. Good for you, my darling.
Right on. Birthday run good. Hell yes.
Did Karen make it through day 2 yesterday?
She did not, sadly. She busted right before bagging, I believe.
That's a pretty good run though, 2 full days.
Hell yes, and she wasn't feeling good.
I never cracked day 1. Did anybody see the Robbie J. Lou video yesterday? Where she was walking and talking about why she was going to register day 2 instead of day 1.
So what were her reasons?
One was because she never got through day 1 before. So this was a way. This was a way to accomplish that.
Can't be mad at that.
You can't beat that argument.
Yeah, exactly. You can't be mad at that.
That's the one argument I remember the most. That was the most compelling.
I love it. She's got a great sense of humor.
Such a nice girl as well. I mean, I got to see her at WPT, and she is really nice. She's so petite, though.
She's very well spoken too.
She's very little.
When Richie was doing the Players Talk Radio, he had her on one night, and
Yep, I was there.
3 hours She answered questions for 3 hours eloquently.
Yep.
Yeah, she's
She's been
a hell
brought
of a
up
guest.
well, and she's not been dragged up like me.
Stop yourself.
I keep it.
What the
I'm
fuck?
dragged up. I don't care.
Whatever.
Yeah, but she's so petite. It's amazing how little she is. When I met her, I was like, oh my god, she's so tiny. But she's such a nice
Yeah, when
lady.
she's like
Such a nice
walking and
lady.
talking on the video, she looks so much taller.
Yeah.
She's really tiny. No, she is very tiny, like Donna said. She really is. She's very tiny. And, she handled that Jack 4 situation with grace and dignity. And honestly, at this point, I don't know who's guilty and I don't know who's innocent, and I don't really give a flying flip. Um, but, when she trolled, and you guys know I love, what the heck's his name?
Garrett,
Gareth, thank you. You guys know I love him. He's been one of my favorite players forever. Watched him I mean, he was a main reason I watched the Hustler feed, right? Or not Hustler. What was the other feed?
Bally's.
No, it was called
HCL,
No, it wasn't
no,
HCL. I know which one you mean, and it's can't
Live
think
at
of
the
it.
bike. Live at the bike. Sorry,
Live
I'm
at
in
the
a
Bike.
Yeah,
public
live
area.
at
Thank
the
you.
bike.
Live at the Bike. He was one of the main reasons I watched Live at the Bike. Nick was the second reason. Just love those guys on Live at the Bike. And so it's really hard when everybody's feuding over, a hand in poker and who's innocent, who isn't. I don't know. I have my ideas, but it doesn't matter anymore, right? And, she handled it with grace and dignity, and she answered questions and she stayed public. And when she trolled Garrett on the 1 year anniversary, I think that was the best troll in the history of Twitter. Come on.
I mean, I think one of my best things was when we was at Bally's and we actually went in and we saw Garrett and everybody. It was so cool.
So fun.
Yeah,
It's so fun, and Cairo took such great care of us,
he did.
um, and we got to watch them while they were having the live feed table with Eric Pearson and Garrett, and yeah, it was just fun. What a fun night! We had so much fun, Donna.
Yep, so many good memories. So many things that a lot of people wouldn't have been able to do, but we managed it somehow. Fuck knows how. Because we're just two old broads, you know what I mean, that get up to mischief. But we seem to get invited to quite a lot of things that other people won't, which I think's
Well,
quite an honour.
it is quite an honor when you do good things happen for you, Donna. I firmly believe that, and you know, you reap what you sow.
Exactly. So, have you been to the bank yet?
I am sitting in the parking lot waiting to go in. I literally just pulled in and I'm like, I'm afraid to disconnect from the car. So I thought I would just sit here a few minutes and then start to think about ending the space.
Well, I just want to say thank you so much for this day 43 without a break, Sherry. I know you've been busy with the little one. You've not been home since February. It is a lot of things for you to do. I know how stressed you've been over it. Sorry I haven't been there 100% of the time, but situations over here. But I just want to say congratulations, my darling, and thank you for the stamina.
Well, thank you for those kind words. And, I love doing it. And that's why we started it. Brian loved doing it too. And, it's just, it is what it is. And we're happy, as I was telling you earlier, um, people like that information we're providing. It's all in one place. We can go over it quickly, sometimes not so quickly, but it's all in one spot. They don't have to go look it up in 5 different, you know, websites themselves. So it's a little bit of a convenience for them. They can get up, listen, or go back to the recording when they have a chance. And, you know, nothing makes me more happy than, like Natalie from Australia ran up to me at the Nugget and hugged my neck and thanked me for our space. She said it is just nice to have a one stop place that I can get all the information while I'm here in Vegas of what's going on. I don't have to go to apps and websites and so those words keep me going, right? And yeah, am I a little burnt out? Yeah, day 43, I'm a little burnt out, but it's okay. We're going to get through the next, 10 days and we're going to go back to our weekly show
Hey,
until next year. So
hey,
thank you for
Sherry,
those kind words.
I have to give you props because I don't know anybody that's shown the level of energy that you've shown after just having come out of labor.
Oh, you don't know how funny I thought all that was. I just laughed and I was like, if somebody is stupid enough to believe that, just let them just make a fool of
Well,
themselves.
you just have to look at the
Oh
source of
gosh.
the stupidity, and it makes all makes sense.
It just tickled my funny bone and okay, maybe flattered me a little bit that somebody thought I was still of that age group, right? That I could have a baby, which,
Hey, never say never.
oh no, I
Crazy
say
things have
never.
happened. Crazy things have happened, my dear.
I say never. I say never ever. Been there, done that, got a bonus child because I had twins. Yeah, we're good.
And I just also want to say thank you for having me as a co-host too.
Well, I appreciate your hard work and your support is never ending. And I appreciate that as well. And you know what? We just make it happen every day, and whatever happens, happens. And some days we provide more information than others because life gets in the way. And here we are.
Yeah, in more ways than one.
Listen, I couldn't think of a better
Road kill
space
possum.
with 2 old broads in my whole life than this space right here. You,
Well,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
Ray.
you guys are
We
great.
may be old, but we never passed it.
That's right.
Believe me.
Exactly right.
Cougars ruled.
And we like to have fun doing it,
And you
right?
do. You
Of
make it fun
course.
for everybody. That's the best thing about it.
Well, thank you. I hope so. I hope so. Because that is definitely a goal. And we just love when people come in and chat with us. And of course, when folks that don't come in often come back and chat with us, give us an update on what they're doing. We always love that as well because, we think of those old spacers, so to speak, often and what happened to them and what drove them away and how can we bring them back to be audience members again. And so when they come back and join us, even if it's only for a day or two, it is very meaningful to those of us that have been doing this, for over a year now.
Hey, Sherry, is there any reason why Brian WSOP software I donked off all my chips yesterday isn't in the space today?
Cool chicks just come up to speak, darling.
What's that?
I've just told the cool chick's come up. She's a speaker now. Hi, cool chick.
Hello. I have two questions for you. One is, do you next day peaches like once the freestone? Do you have freestone peaches?
I have free stones currently. Yes, ma'am.
Do you can uh, can you ship me some?
They do not ship well. I'm sorry to say. What state are you in?
I'm just in Kentucky.
Yeah, they don't ship well. But I was just telling Donna I might need a road trip.
Yeah, I
Um,
wanted some of those too. She told me gave me that same cock and bull story that they don't ship well. So I think what she should do is
trust
she
me.
should just ship us some. And if they come out okay, we'll pay her for them. If they come out
Well,
crappy, then we won't pay her.
if they're freestone,
Yes.
then they're like almost like overripe. Am I right, Sherry, when I say that? Or that's how I've always looked at it.
Well, okay, let me go back for a second. Okay, so I go directly to the grower to get my peaches. When I pick them up on Thursday afternoon, those peaches are picked Thursday morning. And so that way I have a little longer shelf life with my peaches because they're right off the tree and they still need to do, you know, they just need to ripen up, right? And so, excuse me, for those that may or may not know about peaches, if you put a peach in a closed container, it will excel the ripening of that peach. So even if I sent a box of peaches out the day I picked them up from being picked that morning, by the time they got to their final destination in 3 days, they would be black and brown and overripe and rotten
Okay.
because they will have
So,
been in a closed
well,
container.
what if you picked them up on a Thursday, like you do, and you overnighted them right away?
Yeah, if the problem is the closed box. The problem, and let me tell you, I took a 25-pound box, which is a half a bushel of peaches, in my carry on to Las Vegas about 6 summers ago. And they were picked the day before. And by the time I got them to Vegas, they were completely ruined. And they were the best peaches of the summer. I was so upset because they were the size of softballs and they were beautiful, delicious peaches. And so, yeah, I will never ever take them on a plane unless I'm carrying them in an open basket. And I will never ship peaches because it just doesn't work. Because the gases that a peach gives out is what ripens them. And so when you enclose them in a box, it makes them ripen faster or in a brown paper bag. So a lot of times we tell our customers, okay, remember these were picked yesterday, so you got to give them a couple of days to ripen. And they'll be like, oh my God, I want some quick. So we tell them, okay, so when you get these home, put them out on the counter, not in the refrigerator, and just leave 2 or 3 in the bag and put a timer on and check them in about 2 hours. And do that until they ripen like you like them. So, yeah, I would never ship peaches, sadly, because believe me, I could ship a semi to Washington State right now of my peaches, and I could sell every one of them.
Do you make
Trust me.
peach cake?
Okay, so I have a problem with textures and eating textures. So I cook nothing with fruit except apple pie. And when I cook apple pie, all I eat is the crust. So what I do, I have a friend that loves to cook. So I call her up and say, okay, I got, some extra peaches left. And she'll come pick them up and she will make us cakes and what do you call it? Cobbler and any recipe she comes up with, and she'll make two, and she'll bring me one, and she'll keep one. And I don't eat them. My family does, but I don't cook with peaches. Sorry to say.
My other question is poker related, and I just happened to see this on Twitter, and I don't know the person or anything. I did start following them, but they made a comment that their son um, ended yesterday with, I can't remember the amount, but that two other people had also ended their day with the same amount as his son. Like they were completely tied, and the other two people made the main event, but his son didn't. Why is that, or is that probably not true?
Okay, so you're actually referring to Rick's tweet, which he's here in the room. And honestly, it just goes back to your data entry person is running behind or has made mistakes or doesn't know the program well. And so if you go on the WSOP site under event number 81, which is the main event, you will see like 6 red rectangles or toggles that you can click on. One says chip counts, one says updates, one says reports, one says, I don't remember what the others say. If you click on the one that says reports, when there is a big, when there's a turn, this one is the best when it's a big field, okay? So when there's a lot of entries in a tournament, this is the best way to look at the numbers. But click on reports and it will have 2 reports per day. It'll have the end of the day chip count for the flight, and it will have a seat assignments for the next day or whatever the next, day 2 or 3 or 4, whatever. So every day, if you click on reports under that event number 81 main event, click under reports, and every day they're going to add 2 more toggles under reports for chip counts and table assignments. So, and Rick has already been told, I think it was ASG came up and let us know that Eric, his son, is on a report. So, and honestly, Cool Chick, I discussed it earlier. I feel like there's been about a week or 10 days where the figures, numbers, and things on that WSOP site has kind of been off. And I haven't even used the numbers myself. And I would just say, I think that either somebody that had been doing the job has left and are done for the summer, and somebody new is trying to do it, or they're trying to convert over to Poker News doing it, or I don't know. Something is happening there, and we just got to give them grace because that's what good people we are.
Oh yeah, people make mistakes, but his son gets to play.
Yes, he is on to day 3 and he plays today.
Congrats.
That's awesome. Good luck to you, son, Rick.
Thank you very much. He loves the game. Grandma taught him well.
I love it. I can't imagine, having Scotty win in your life not being a helpful hint as well.
Yes, Scotty was the one to put him in his first major tournament. He actually put him in, this is like 2005 or 6, and he put Eric into a $500 tournament. Eric had never played a $500 tournament in his life. And that. When I was the director of poker and table games at Cherokee in Oklahoma, Scotty put him in his first major tournament, and he did well. And they've been close. And Scotty's made appearances for him when he was on radio in Arizona. He came to a number of charity events there to help Eric out. So it's been a great relationship for years, and he's a good kid. And
That's awesome.
Just to make day 3 is cool,
It's very cool. It's very cool, and I'm gonna play that card sooner or later, don't you, Rick?
Yes, you will.
I'm gonna play that card sooner or later, but we're gonna let Scotty get through the main event first, and Eric too.
Yeah, there you go. There you have it. It pains me. I've been retired for 6 years, and I used to have great fun, like Kathy Liebert, Jan and Linda, and Scotty, of course, and a number of other guys used to come to all our tournaments and do seminars and host and stuff like that. If I had known you 2 old broads back then, you'd been at every one of my tournaments. I'll tell you right now.
Oh, thank you so much.
You guys are so much fun, and you have so much knowledge, and you really are well spoken. I'm sure my players would have loved having you there.
They would have needed a translator for me, though.
That's okay. We'll get you a pint or 2, and I'm sure you'll be able to figure it out. So.
I love that. Well, thank you for those kind words for sure. And I guarantee you we would have showed up if we had been
Oh
invited.
boy, it would have been fun. I tell you right now.
Hell yes. I love it. Well, you guys, I think I'm going to end the space before I run out of gas and the bank closes. So,
Just before you go, Sherry, I've just got something
go
that
ahead, love.
might tickle your fancy. You know, when
Go
I
ahead.
mentioned Espen,
Yes.
Bathwater put up the photograph of me and Espen together, and I went, yeah, he's my. I says, thank you, darling. And he says, he's so dreamy. Any idea if he sells his bathwater? So I says, well, ask him. He's a very good friend of mine. If he does, I'm getting the first bottle. So, like, it looks as though I'm going into the bathwater industry and selling bottles for people so I can get some buy-ins left and right.
Oh, I love it. Love it so much. So we got bath water for buy-ins for Ashley, which I'm going to help with that. Then we have bath water for buy-ins for Donna. And then we have boxers for buy-ins for Avi. I love it. Only in spaces can we make up such craziness and it'd be so fun.
That's true.
Thank you, my darling. I'll speak to you later.
All right, thank you, Donna. I appreciate you and Rick and Fats and Stephanie and A, ASG, Cool Chick. I appreciate you, Hex and Hayden and Doinky. And I see Soheb and Kush and Flow Junkie. Appreciate all of you and Jeff, Herbert, Hayden. Much love to all. Have a great day. If you're on the felt today, good luck to all of our day threes, or if you're down in Florida at Best Bet or wherever you're playing, good luck. And if you're not, touch the grass and enjoy every minute of it.
Sherry,
Much love.
Sherry,
Thank you.
I recommend you
Yes.
get out of your car if you're going to touch the grass today.
Well, depends on what kind of grass
There
you're
you have it.
touching, but yes, there you have it. Have a great day, everybody.